Assalamualaikum viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel BS English Lectures. Hope so you all are fine and doing well at your homes. Today the topic on which I am going to discuss with you is the Anglo-Saxon period, or we can say Old English period, which starts from 670 to 1100. Before going on to our lecture, I want to say that do subscribe my channel. If you like my videos, share them as well and follow all my videos. Do like, comment in the comment section below. Before moving onward to our main topic, I want to discuss with you the background history of the Anglo-Saxon period. The fall of the British history, how British history fall down. Basically, there were two tribes known as Celts and Roman in Britain. They lived in Britain area and their language was Latin and the religion they followed, it was Christian. They were Christian. Hence, unfortunately, there arrived Picts. They were Scottish people and they blow a strike on Celts, Britons. Then Celts called for help three tribes. These tribes are Angles, Saxons, and Jutes. When they occupied the Britain, they also occupied Celts and occupied their land as well. Hence, the Jutes, they were in minority and was dismissed. Only Angles and Saxons remained there only and bring their realm in politics. Their ruler was the Alfred the Great. They bring changes in languages and politics as well as literature too. So this is the whole history of the British fall down. How British history fall down. So as I told you that language of Celts and Roman was Latin and the religion was Christian. And on the other hand, Angles and Saxons come from Germany. So their language was German. Hence, the fusion of Latin and German bring in the emergence of the language which is known as English. So this is all the historical background of the Anglo-Saxon period. Now, here come Anglo-Saxon period, the realm of Anglo and Saxon. The earliest phase of English literature started with Anglo-Saxon literature, literature of the Angles and Saxons. These are known as the ancestors of the English race, much before they occupy Britain. Hence, the king who ruled over them was known as Alfred the Great, the king of Wessex. He is the pioneer of English prose because he praised the poets of that time. Because the poets were wrote and speak only religious poetry. The literature was oral. They used to sang at their feast about battles, gods, and their ancestral heroes. And some of their chiefs were also bard. Bard means Goya Shair. It was in these songs of religion, war, and agriculture that the poetry, English poetry, begins. So, they people used to write or they used to sing religious poetry. There was oral literature, and the Alfred the king of Wessex, he ruled till 1066. Coming up with our next subtopic, which is religious poet of Anglo-Saxon period. After the Anglo-Saxons embraced Christianity, the poets took up religious themes as the subject matter of their poetry. The two important poets of this period were Caedmon and Cynewulf. Caedmon sang in series the whole story of the faith of man from the creation and the fall to the redemption and the last judgment, and within this large framework the scripture history. On the other hand, Cynewulf's most important poem is the Christ, a mystical narrative of leading events of Christ. He used to declare the Christ ministry upon earth, including his return to judgment. So they both they both sang on different subject matters. Next is emergence of prose. Basically, prose is a form of language that has no formal material structure. It applies a natural flow of speech. In Anglo-Saxon period, it was also marked by the beginning of English prose. Though the chronicles, through the chronicles which probably begins in King Alfred's time, and through Alfred's translation from the Latin, a common valuable prose was established which had all sort of possibilities in it. In fact, unlike poetry, there was no break in prose of Anglo-Saxon period and the Middle English period, and even the latter prose in England was continuously to Anglo-Saxon prose. The great success of Anglo-Saxon prose is in religion instructions, and the two great pioneers of English prose were Alfred the Great, the glorious king of Wessex, who translated a number of Latin chronicles in English, and and Alfred, a priest. He was a priest who wrote sermons in a sort of poetic prose. Prose was also remarked by the beginning of the Anglo-Saxon was also remarked by the beginning of the prose writing in English. So hence there were two pioneers which are mentioned. One is known as Alfred the Great, and the other one is a priest which is named as Alfred. He used to write sermons in a sort of poetic prose. So these are the great pioneer of English prose. So this is all what is done in the field of prose in Anglo-Saxon period. Hence, as I told you before, the Christianity was the religion. So they used to focus on the themes. Their themes were based on religious subject matter. Their their subject matter of the poetry was also religious. So here comes with the next topic, which is the style of literature. What was the style of literature in times of Anglo-Saxon period? The style of literature was poetry. They used to write poetry, prose, and they used to translate Latin work into Old English. They mostly used to translate it orally. The language of those people were transformed from Latin to English, Old English, and their religion was Christianity. So they used to write on religion. There were the emergence of epic poems. Heaven's last day of judgment was focused. They sang different proses, and the life of Christ was focused. As I told you about two poets of that time, Cadman and Kindwolf. These were also the major poets of that time. Epic, the most powerful epic poem is in this period was Beowulf. Hence, most of the poets are religious. They used to write on religious subject matter. Hence, the themes of Anglo-Saxon works were heroic poems. Epic, there were epic religion, riddles, sermons, chronicles, love, personal, biblical, Bible. From Bible, they used to write from Bible, history, domestic life, and glories of their heroes, their ancestral heroes. They used to write over them. Heroism is most emphasized in this period. What is heroism? Heroism talks about the fights and the war of the battle. Among the battle, the fights which are being fought by their ancestral heroes. So heroism is most favorite subject matter of these people, these poets. As I told you that religion is Christianity, so they used to write on God and the faith of man, and on the other hand about muses as well as. Basically, Anglo and Saxon follow in their life five great principles, five great rules. Number one is known as love of personal freedom. They are free to write. They are brave people, so they are free to write, free to speak anything they can. Second is responsiveness of nature. They are very close to nature, reality. So the third one is religion. The most important theme of this subject matter of these writers were religion. And the fourth one is love for womanhood, and the fifth one is struggle for glory. They are warriors, they are brave people, fearless people, so they used to fought wars in different occasions. So in the last king of Saxon was Harold, defeated at the battle of Hastings by William I, the conqueror of Normandy, France. Hence, there is the end of Anglo-Saxon period. The Anglo-Saxon king, of whom Alfred the Great was the most prominent, ruled till 166 when Harold, the last of the Anglo-Saxon king, was defeated by William I, and he conquered, and he was the conqueror of Normandy, France. This is all about the Anglo-Saxon history. So hope so you all understand about the basic history of Anglo-Saxon period in detail. And this is all from my side in today's video. If you like my video, do subscribe my channel and like, comment and share my video as well. Thanks for listening. Allah Hafiz.